welcome to our extremely long travel day video.
We're taking 2 different ferries. This first one is actually going back to Milos, which we actually just came from. And then we're catching an overnight ferry later on in the day, all the way to Heraklion, which is on the island of Crete.
So yeah, this whole day is going to be around 20 hours of traveling. Lots of ferries, my favorite thing.
Okay, this ferry again is 1,000,000 degrees, so I had to move away from the window. And I also needed a table for my computer, so this just works. But I'm going to take advantage. This ferry has pretty good Wi-Fi. It's had good Wi-Fi every time that we've actually ridden it. This Hellenic high-speed one, I believe is what it's called. So it's really good. I don't know what our next ferry is gonna look like. It's a line that we haven't actually tried before, so I'm gonna see if I can use this couple of hours to pump out another vlog before the overnight ferry, because I'm not sure what mood I'm actually going to be in and how motivated I'm going to be to edit. So I'm going to try and be productive this ferry so that next ferry I can just sleep.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? We would like to inform all our passengers that in a few minutes' time, the ship will arrive at the port of Milos. Passengers with destination the port of Milos are kindly requested to prepare for disembarkation. Thank you.
So just like that, we're back in Milos. We are both absolutely starving, so we're gonna go hunt for some food.
We are still on the hunt for a place that's open. Google Maps doesn't change the hours on places. So we were a little disappointed when one of the places we were gonna go to said it was open and it is closed.
I know the cafe that we're going to for the first leg of our layover is open. I can see it right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So we're good to go.
So the cafe was open, except they had no food left. So we need food, we're starving. So we are gonna make our way back to a bakery to get a snack. And the man working at that cafe told us that there's a taverna that is just right behind the cafe that opens at 7. So we have like an hour and a bit until that opens. And then we will head there for a real meal.
Okay, now that we've gotten some food in us and we're starting to get in better moods, we thought we'd explain why we're back in Milos. Because if you actually think about it, our route doesn't really make any sense. To get from Mykonos to Milos, we actually passed Naxos, like we stopped in it but kept going. And then we went back to Naxos, and now we have come back to Milos to now catch a ferry to Crete. So we definitely could have done a better job at figuring out the route that we should take all of these islands at. We did have a pretty good plan. Our unexpected layover in Syros is really what started this unfortunate series. We use an app called Ferry Hopper, and it just lets us know like what routes are available, what times, with what companies, and what prices. And when we were trying to figure out how to get from Syros to Naxos, it didn't actually say that there was anything. So then we changed it, and we were like, okay, we'll go to Milos first. But it was only on the ferry, having a stopover at Naxos, we were like, what? we didn't think that we could get here today. So that was unfortunate. And now we have an unfortunate layover again. That's okay. It's all part of the journey. But hopefully the tavern that the cafe person was talking about is actually open. He's a local, so he would know better than we would. But we're just gonna kind of hang out, I guess, until then. The sunset on Milos is absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that we got to see it again. How you doing there?
I don't know how I'm doing on it. I'm in a weird headspace right now.
So while we're sitting here, we thought we'd tell you another story. So this trip that we're doing right now, we left Naxos at 1:15 and we got to Milos around like 5:30-ish, and our next ferry to Crete leaves at 11:30, which like we're dreading. Like, it's so late, we just kind of have to find places to hop around. But this wasn't the original plan that we were going to do, and the original plan that we had was going to be a lot worse.
Yeah, so the next stop after Naxos was supposed to be Santorini. So the only ferry that would get us to Santorini would be leaving today and then getting to Santorini mid-afternoon. But then our next stop, which is Crete, where we're on our way right now, the ferry from Santorini would be leaving at 4 a.m. the next morning. So we would be in Santorini for less than 12 hours. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. Like that, we can totally do that. We'll explore the day and then we'll just hang out till 4 a.m. I don't know when we thought that was a good idea, because right now we are already struggling with having to wait for this ferry that's coming at 11:30 p.m.
Yeah. We would have ended up sleeping outside at the port because most places close at the latest like 1 a.m. So then we just would have been outside waiting for the ferry until 4 in the morning.
And we were so confident in that at first. And now we're like, thank goodness we did not do that. Alright, so we found a restaurant that's open. We are at Zygos for dinner. The dishes that we wanted to get aren't available this evening, but we got some other stuff. So it's a good thing we got a pastry before, because I think this is going to be more of a light meal before our ferry.
Okay, so today for supper, I just got a Greek salad and it came with a slab of feta on it, so I'm so excited. We're gonna try and eat this as slow as possible because we have 3.5 hours to kill at this restaurant before we have to leave to catch our ferry.
This is my healthy meal I got, and I'm not mad about it. So I'm just gonna enjoy my fries and my glass of wine, and yeah. So they just brought Robin and I out a little dessert. I have no idea what it is besides the fact that I see almonds on top, but it looks so good. And this will help tide us over for a few more hours.
That was very confusing.
I don't know what it is, but it's so good. I think it's like a whipped coconut milk. That's what it tastes like. Like, it's not thick like yogurt. And then a cake textured bottom with some cinnamon and nuts on top. It's very good. Robin and I haven't had anything like this. Okay, so the ferry that we're about to get on, we have 2 stops that we make before we get to Crete, and one is Santorini. We get there at 4 a.m. and then the next is Anafi, and we get there at 6 a.m. and then we'll be in Crete by 10. If this is our ferry, it is ginormous. I think it's the biggest one that we've been on yet.
That's our ferry, right on time.
I like the escalator. We are having a heck of a time trying to find where we're supposed to sit right now.
It's been like a half an hour since we boarded, it feels like. I'm still not sitting down. Literally like 10 minutes later, we found our spot.
All right, let's pick a bed for the next 10 hours. All right, so Robin and I finally found our seats. It took us so long to get here.
So long.
But this is definitely where we're supposed to be. The ferry is very different from any of the other ferries that we've taken so far. This one looks like it's been kicking it for a while.
This one is like mainly consists of cabins. Like most of the floors are just cabins, which is why it took us so long to get here, because this is the only area that we're allowed in. And then also the economy lounge, which actually looks really, really quite nice.
Looks nice.
But they don't have recliner seats. They're just like the little bowl-shaped seats. So
Yeah.
we'll probably go up there in the morning, but we're gonna try and at least get some sleep down here. But this was kind of just like tucked away in the corner.
Yes.
So we went up and down a lot of stairs, hit a lot of dead ends, but we're finally here. So I guess this is home for the next, how long is it?
Just over 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yay! I love it. I'm so excited.
And we're right under speaker and it's so loud.
So loud.
Luckily there's just 2 stops.
Yes.
So
2 loud announcements.
2 loud announcements. We can handle it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But hopefully we get at least some sleep tonight, or tomorrow is gonna be a really long day.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our necklines, the captain, the officers and the crew welcome you on board and wish you a pleasant trip.
Can't wait. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but
It's not going well.
this boat is a transformer. It's so loud and I don't know what's happening. But if that wakes me up at 4 in the morning, I'm gonna be so mad. Actually, I'm not sleeping anyways. Who am I kidding?
Just setting up my bed for the night is coming in handy.
Got your
I
little
just need
pillow.
like an eye mask or something to block out the light. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I couldn't even make it through my movie. I'm so tired. So hopefully all goes well and I can get at least a couple hours of sleep. Looks like Marissa's settling down for the night too. I don't know what would be comfier, the floor or the chair, but I'm gonna try the floor first. We've made it to Santorini. I don't think I've slept like at all. The floor wasn't too bad, but I moved to the chairs. The light is just really, really bright, making it hard to sleep. So I might grab something from my suitcase to put it over my eyes and see if that works.
Good morning, everybody. We just pulled up at our last stop before we get to Crete. We're at Anafi. It is currently 6 a.m. and we have 4 more hours to go.
I definitely do not feel rested, but sun is out now, so I think me and Marissa are gonna head upstairs.
All right, so the area that we're in now and that Robin and I just tried to sleep in is like the economy room with the airplane seats, but we are gonna take you around the ship and make our way to the lounge area. And then this deck and above us are all a bunch of sleeping cabins.
Okay, so we've made our way to the economy lounge. And there was also 2 little side lounges with like a self-service bar that we passed on the way here. In the middle of this lounge, there is like a cafeteria, so you can buy coffee and I think there's some pastries and stuff. But in this lounge, there's also like mainly chairs like this, but there's also some couches. So we have another overnight ferry coming up, and I think we're gonna have a different strategy. Instead of going to the airplane chairs, which are better than these ones, there's couches here, so I think we're gonna look for some couches next time. But I think we have about like an hour and a half until we're supposed to be in Crete. So I think we're just gonna hang out and wait for us to arrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that in a few minutes the ship will arrive in the port of Heraklion. Passengers with port destination to Heraklion are kindly requested to get ready to disembark. Make sure that you have not left any of your belongings behind and return your cabin key to the reception desk. The ship will depart immediately. Thank you.
We are finally off the ferry.
And we need to go find coffee immediately. It's like almost noon and I haven't even had a cup yet.
All right, so Robin and I finally found a coffee shop that had room for us. We walked by so many and they were just jam-packed full of people, which we feel kind of awkward bringing our bags in. We are at Sweet House and they have so much room and we have plugins so we can charge our phones and stuff, and we're right by our Airbnb, so we have a couple hours to kill here. All right, so I think this is where we're gonna leave you guys. Thank you for watching our extremely long travel day. We hope you found it amusing.
Seeing us suffer a little bit. So we will see you guys in the next video. I'm like trying to not be hangry, but I need something. The difference in our pores. Comfy?
But oh my gosh, look at my hair. Let me just fix that. Okay.